Hey everyone, happy Friday. Come on in. You know the drill. You know that I jump on Fridays. And actually we're going to talk about something a little bit different. It's still dealing with working from home, but a little different angle than what I usually talk about. So come in and I'm going to share the video out. And we're going to get going because remember last time I'm in the car. So last time the car got hot and yeah, everything just shut down. So come on in. And then go ahead and feel free if you know anybody who is not just for moms today, but anyone who is looking to apply to jobs or looking for resume assistance. I want you to go ahead and invite them to this live because it's super important that they hear this information. It will be useful for anyone today. Okay? So come on in. And then let me know also where you're tuning in from. I would like to know that too. And you might hear a little background noise because I do have the windows down, like I said, so that it doesn't get too hot in the car. So we are going to get started. Now, if you haven't already, if you are a mom and you're considering working from home, join my group, Job Suite for Mom. Okay, get in my group, Job Suite for Mom. Get in there. I share job leads Monday through Saturday. And on Saturdays, I share side hustles. So if you're just looking to make a little extra money, then you want to get in there because tomorrow I'm sharing some side hustles. I want you to also download my free guide, 45 side hustles you can work from home, completely from home. And that link is bit.ly/45 side hustles. It is above the video, so you can check it out. And then let me quickly introduce myself and we're going to get going. All right. I am Dewana Golden. I am your Savvy Work From Home Pro and Resume Branding Specialist. And today I wanted to talk specifically about resumes. All right. We're specifically talking about resumes today. I notice that a lot of times when we get into Facebook groups, or either we're just asking people online on Facebook or any other social media platform, we'll often ask resume advice and we'll just broadcast this general question out to everyone, and then tons of people give their feedback on what your resume should include, or they will address your question, and you'll get advice from everyone. You'll get advice from just family and friends. You'll get advice from people who do resumes for family and friends, just, on the side, have no experience or real training. You'll get advice from resume writers, hiring managers, recruiters, and the whole bit. You'll get all of that. And then you'll leave totally confused because everyone is going to say something different. All right. When you just post a question about resumes, everyone is going to say something different. The best place to ask these questions, truthfully, is in a work from home group, a career group, a job group. You might get the information you need. So the moms in my group, they will pose a question, but they know that since I'm a resume writer, I have the answer. So I can be a trusted source. So I want to talk a little bit about being careful about where you get your resume advice from. Okay, just because somebody has had luck in getting a job with their resume does not mean that they know what your resume needs or that they know what the hiring process entails in terms of a resume. So I'm going to give you three go-to places that you can get resume advice and assistance from, and it will be trusted and reputable. All right, trusted and reputable. So the first, and I'm going to leave resume writers for the end because I'm going to say resume writers. I'm one, okay? But the first person you can gauge and ask questions about resumes to are hiring managers and recruiters. So if you're going to post a question on your page or you're going to post a question on a Facebook group, you best believe that you should specify that you want information from hiring managers and recruiters. Okay? That's the first place. Let me just check the sound before I really get in the meat and potatoes of this topic. So, hiring managers and recruiters. Why? Because they know what they are looking for in job candidates. So they're going to give their experience and their background and their opinion on that area. So they may be a good source. All right. They can give you a general consensus of what hiring managers are looking for when they select their interview candidates for a job. Now, the caveat to that is every recruiter, every hiring manager is looking for something different, and they're individuals. So their answers may vary. So you may have to be careful. All right. You may want to pick one or two, or you may want to look and see what the general consensus is. Okay. So if out of 10 people, 7 people say, do your resume this way, you might want to listen to those 7 people. All right. So those are the first set of people that you can get some resume advice from, are hiring managers and recruiters. The second place that you can get some advice from is learning about the ATS system. Okay. So it's an applicant tracking system. Most well-known mid to large size companies use this, where, you go on a job board or you go on their career page and you enter your resume and all of your information to apply for a position, and it goes through an electronic system that weeds out your resume or puts you in a pool to be contacted for an interview. All right. And the applicant tracking system, it looks for different things in your resume document, but a lot of times keywords are crucial. Keywords are crucial in getting your resume pinged as a potential job candidate. All right. So you want to Google what ATS is, or the applicant tracking system is, and learn what that system looks for in a resume, and make sure that your resume includes that information and those keywords. It's critical to understand that because most companies use the ATS system. All right. And then the last place you want to go, which I say is the first place you want to go, is to a resume writer. So if you're posing a question about your resume, right, or what you should change, or what should be in your resume, or how long it should be, or how much experience you need to include, you probably want to specify that you want the resume writers to chime in. Okay? But also there's a caveat to that. Make sure it's a reputable resume writer. Make sure it's not, just a family member who does resumes who thinks they are a resume writer. Make sure it is a professional resume writer. Ask for their website. Check out the website and make sure that they really know what they're talking about, and get responses from the resume writers. Why? Why is a resume writer a great place to look for this information? Is because we understand ATS, the applicant tracking system, but we also have a general idea of what hiring managers and recruiters are looking for. Because if you're dealing with a professional resume writer, we've written enough resumes to know what works and what doesn't. We hear back from our resume clients all the time. So we know what works in a resume and what doesn't. We also train ourselves on the new rules and regulations and the new resume standards, and we are aware of those things. So, I always encourage people, ask me. Ask me if your resume is cool, if it has everything that it needs in there, if it's effective. Will it get through ATS? Ask me. And, Job Suite for Mom is a great place to do that for my moms. And even if you are not a mom, you can ask me on my personal page. You can ask me on Special Shades of Mom. I will be more than happy to answer quick questions about resumes. But if you need more detailed feedback on resumes, you can actually go to jobsuiteformom.com. Look at that. There's a resume section on information and services that I provide, but also you can schedule a quick resume discovery call as well. And that way I can let you know how I can help, what you need. We can discuss the issues you're currently facing with your resume because, let me tell you, the work from home process, there's three areas that you can get hung up on, and it can totally delay your search or just stop it altogether. And the first place is you just don't know where to look, right? You can't find the right job leads for your work from home journey. That's one place you get caught up on, and I see it all the time. But a second place is the fact that your resume may not be hitting the mark. Okay, it may not be describing your experience in an effective way, and so you don't get a call for the interview. That's the second way that you can get hung up. And then the third way you can get hung up is if you bomb the interview and you don't know how to interview well. All right, so we've talked a lot about the job search strategies, keywords, how to detect a scam. But then you also need to make sure that your resume is on point, because if you find the right job and you don't have an effective resume, it doesn't even matter, because you're going to lose the opportunity and you don't have the chance to necessarily reapply again, or it might take a long time to get that chance to reapply. So you want to make sure that your resume is doing what it needs to do. So you better ask a hiring manager or recruiter. You go and Google the ATS, the applicant tracking system, and see what is needed to get your resume through that. Or you come contact me or another resume writer that you know, all right? And then get your questions answered. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it was useful. Like I said, moms, get in my group, Job Suite for Mom. The link, I will drop the link in the comment section for Job Suite for Mom. I know some of my mom friends are on here watching. And then also, like I said, get the free guide for the 45 side hustles. It gives you some ideas of where you can look, some ideas on what you could do to make money from home. All right, so have a great weekend. Like I said, I'm sitting here waiting for my son to get out of dance class, but I wanted to drop those nuggets for you because I see it often in Facebook groups and on pages, and everyone chimes in and you get confused on what you should even listen to. All right, so that's how to weed out the information and the advice. So have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon.